Welcome to Peaceful Streaming. So, I am back at the, I call it Grungy Apartments to Penthouse home. So it's a one family uh floor. um and so far I have done the kitchen. Actually, I redid the kitchen. I did a room for a like preteen girl. I had to put some doors on these things. This is the parents' room. This is the teenager's room, and actually I had some things kind of go awry, so I need to like redo that a bit. This is the bathroom, which I'm kind of like, I'm not really excited about. Um, and so I thought so I still obviously have to do dining room area, living room, and I'm thinking like of kind of closing this off to some extent and making it a family room. So, because this is just a big old like space, and I get nervous when there's like a humongous space. It just doesn't feel. It feels very cavernous. It doesn't feel cozy. Um, so I mean, we could put a humongous fireplace here, but that's not necessarily like my only criteria for what a good place is. So like we can put a nice fireplace here. We can put a corner one over here. So, but I thought I'd work on um I thought I'd work on the outside balcony, and I was playing around with some stuff, and guess what? So you look up and it says garden, right? Okay, it's not really a garden. So like I mean, it's kind of a weird combination. So, not that I'd want to, but I assume I can put down this stuff. I can. Okay, like big deal. How's that gonna help? So I can't change the floor unless I put all this paving stone down. And I don't really see that as a benefit in any way. However, if I try to put a flower bed down, which absolutely should be able to go here, right? Because all it is a concrete, it's a concrete container with dirt in it. So why wouldn't it be able to go here? So there's no logical reason why that is not working. Um, so I thought one thing I'm gonna try, which I don't know, it's a pretty small area to try this, but just because, just for the heck of it, I want to see if I can put a pool here, like an indoor pool. Like, so I don't think this is considered indoor, but it's kind of hard to tell exactly. Okay, so that's a no. I assume I can put an outdoor pool here. Or I'm sure I can put this one, right? I would think. Yeah, okay, because that's just an object. But so theoretically, this is a garden. Should be able to put an outdoor pool, right? Of course, they are really big. Uh, this one looks a little smaller, doesn't it? So, okay, so that's not really small. So it's kind of hard to tell whether you could put an outdoor pool out there. That's a huge pool. Um, so this is a really weird. Oh, cool. Is this indoor or outdoor? Oh, so you can put this here because again, this is just an object, so it's not. It's not inset. So, like I said, I was just kind of fooling around with this. So I guess I don't think I can move myself any further back. So I'm just gonna stick to what I was thinking, which is doing like like a family area. And maybe something maybe, come up with a couple things that are interesting or different. I don't know. Cuz again, I'm a little confused about the limitations. So, um, so I put one of these because this again, like I tried the vines on the wall. Nope, those don't work. I guess those are supposed to go into dirt or something. These I can do. Not a huge surprise, of course. Now, the question is, what kind of lights are they going to let me put up? Because sometimes this will be interesting. The question is, do they really consider this a outdoor area or not? So can I put these out here? Yes. Okay, so although these are like, they throw almost no light. So they're more or less useless. Yeah, I mean, it's like, wow, thanks. So I think I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna move the plants away because I think I'm gonna start with like a grilling area and some kind of table. So there's a good grill. There's a really nice grill in the workshop that I downloaded. So we have these. These are the, you know, the ones like from the game. But then I do not know the difference between these two. Patio grill. These are by the same person, and grill, and they're the same price. So I don't know. I guess they're the same. So that is a grill. I feel like you'd need a light here. We don't really. So the problem with the lights, the outside lights, is I can't stab them into the ground. So it's kind of like it's a lantern. Oh yeah, these lanterns are really lame, aren't they? If I remember. Oh, I can't put them on top. I can only put them on the ground. Does it even? Yeah, that's nothing. So if we can put the new lanterns outside, those would be actually an improvement. I think they're still a little weak. Small lantern, tall lantern, traditional lantern. Oh, and I can't put that on the wall either. I wonder if I can put anything on the wall. The wall apparently does not really exist. Okay, so that's really lame too. So, okay. Okay, so these things I'm going to put over here. I'm going to put more of those against the wall so they can kind of look like they're vines. I mean, they are vines. Hi, Barry12. How are you doing? Oh, this one's small. Okay. So maybe we'll pop it over here. Yeah, so I'm gonna line the wall with some vines, I think. Just to, I mean, I could put like trees and pots also. But I think the ferment, I've heard of that, I think. I thought I'd just start with these. Okay, so that doesn't like that. I'm doing well, thanks. Yeah, just trying to figure out this part of the property seems to be a combination of inside and outside. So it's a little confusing. It's a little weird. Let's put it that way. Sauvignon Blanc, Ferment. Oh, wait a minute. There was another one that was... the Bacchus one was pretty tall. Okay. I'm not doing this in any particular arrangement. I probably should be. Yeah, I'm a little burnt out because I've been really busy at work, but other than that, I'm doing really well. wonder if this, no, this probably doesn't light. So yeah, so lighting out here is a problem because I wonder if I can put any of the wall lights out here. So like, I think, oh, it will let me put that out here. Okay, so that's something. So I can't see. I don't know. I want to do nice lighting, not crummy lighting. That is the weirdest. I guess it's okay. So if I did like, not cedar, that's boring. Red oak. Coarse dark oak? And maybe cream? Sure. Yes, actually, yeah, my son and I started that like over 3 years ago. Unfortunately, what happened is, so he started working full time in October, I think, maybe November. And I didn't really realize it at the time, but oh, I can't turn the light on. Okay. But my depression got really bad for a few months. And so we have been having trouble getting, I can't turn it on. We've been having trouble, like we actually have a couple videos that we recorded in October. And I know this sounds really weird unless you understand anything about depression, but I've like haven't finished editing it. So just when I started like getting out of the depression, I also got really busy at work. I have a new job. So I'm like, I keep doing like little parts of editing that. And we literally have, I can't even tell you how many subscription boxes to do. And not to mention that there just are, there just are a lot of videos we'd like to do too. So yeah, we really, okay, I can't turn any lights on. So we really neglected it. But yeah, we want to get back to it because things are definitely still, I guess we can only use outdoor lights. I wonder if I can use this. Things obviously have not improved for most people. So, although it kind of seems like it, but, I mean, if you look at what happened to me, it just like, I really know better. And I didn't realize for like a couple months. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my really, really long answer to say yes. Yes. But, yeah, we have so many things we want to do, but it's also hard, like I said, to pin it down because of Lawrence working. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, actually, Lawrence and I think also what we really want to do for the channel is do a video on autism, because it's a very long story that I'll try to make as short as possible. But Lawrence kept getting told by people, you seem like you might be autistic. And there were a lot of things that he and I kind of wrote off as far as being like OCD or social anxiety or, stuff like that. And some of them probably are. But then, so he asked his psychiatrist if she could, to set up an appointment to get a diagnosis. So, and she said, okay, I'd like your mom to be present now that he's an adult, like we aren't, included just automatically in his appointments. And she said, I'd like to ask your mom, some questions about what you were like when you were younger. So, so then, it was a Zoom appointment. So we're on the appointment, and we started talking about stuff that he and I have in common. And he was like, well, I realized that, my mom has this, and so at the end, his doctor said, "Well, yeah, I would say that you definitely are on the spectrum, and mom, I would say you are too." It was just, it was really kind of funny, but also kind of affirming because he and I like had a conversation then about like there are all these things that we thought were totally like everyone was like this. Like everyone felt the same way about certain things. And then we were looking up the symptoms and we were like, "Oh wait, so not everyone feels that way?" We just like it just seemed like to us it's totally normal, or it's like OCD or social anxiety. And so it was really interesting um to find out, so yeah. But it's like, I mean, it's I- it it's like the cluster of things you have. um I think I did I think I did an article years ago called something like "Depression Rarely Strikes on Its Own" or something like that. And just wrote about how many things like co-occur with depression. And we didn't, and at that point, this was, God, when was this? This was probably like 15 or 20 years ago when I wrote this. So we didn't at that point, um like anxiety wasn't on the radar as much. But yeah, now I know that that's definitely one. So it's, I think, partly because it's so hard to know how to what this is going to work with. It's because so many things that we have then generate anxiety, because even if we're getting treatment for them, it's still really hard to get successful treatment for so many things. So even when you have treatment, or you've started treatment, it's like it doesn't mean that everything's magically okay. So it's still a struggle. Like, you look at what happened to me the last few months. Yeah, no, we're definitely going to do it, because especially because it co-occurs with other things, and because just because of the experience we both had, because it's really um s- so my experience at this point is different from Lawrence's, because I had to learn. I'm 59, so I had to learn how to, like, without knowing it, I kind of like socialized myself over the years, because I had to. You don't have a choice when you're, unless you're able to like completely work on your own and not have to interact with other people, or you're, you know, independently wealthy or something like that. So you have to just, like, you learn what behavior is acceptable. You learn how to, you just kind of unconsciously teach yourself, or maybe consciously if you're smarter than me, teach yourself to what the right way to interact with people. So oh, that's smaller than I remembered. So like, so I'm doing better than Lawrence, because I've had all those decades of like teaching myself how to interact with people, and what the like and getting used to like strangers and people I don't know really well hugging me and stuff like that. you know um Things that just are really extremely uncomfortable. But um like, there are certain expectations that you have to like kind of, I don't know, train yourself. I don't know, like, this was all unconscious. um so Lawrence is still is still like learning that. And like his doctor recommended that he find a therapist who can help him, you know, just learn how to socialize and socialize himself and stuff like that. So, which is good because that would accelerate the process that it literally took me decades to go through. So he wouldn't have the problems I did with as much with being not getting weird looks from people, but just like all of a sudden becoming aware that like you did not do something right, like you didn't say the right thing, or like you just blew it somehow. So because what happens is if you don't learn those, if you don't learn the right way to do things, then you're afraid to make mistakes. And so you end up like not talking a lot. You end up like avoiding certain situations because you're afraid you're going to screw up. So I definitely want him to to get comfortable with. I think this one's the best, although the color is a little off. But so I looked and there's only like one person in our area which is really weird because we're in a area with a ton of therapists. So I mean, it's someone on our plan, but so there's a lot that I need to learn, and he and I need to learn. Actually, this is kind of cool. It's not exactly the look I was going for, but so there are some things that he and I need to learn and do some research before we can actually like give any kind of recommendations. But because we're like we're just realizing what what we've been dealing with. So I don't need to have that far under that. But yeah, I mean it's definitely a relief. It's not that I feel any less strange, but it's like when I got diagnosed with depression, it was actually a relief to like have a name and to know, okay, I'm not the only one. And of course, also then it was like for depression, I was like, oh, so if this is something, then it can be treated. No, well, no. I started writing. So I got diagnosed with depression in 1990, and I read like everything I could find about it. And then what happened is in like, I don't know, in 95, I got access to the web through AOL. And like the first thing I wanted to do is put up like a page about depression, like the signs and like some of the signs that people don't realize are signs, so that hopefully other people could recognize their depression or like early. Like I went undiagnosed for 20 years, so I was thinking if I could just help some people not have it go on that long, then that would be really great. So it kind of like grew from there, and then I was asked to start writing for a health website. So I did that for a while, and so of course I did a lot of research when I was doing that. But then of course when we started our YouTube channel, then there was a lot that we learned because of that. This is not going to work. So we both learned a lot, especially about things we didn't know a lot about, like anxiety. Having it is not the same as understanding it. So, there was that and like other things. So yeah, it's been like an unofficial. I thought about getting my degree at one point, but Lawrence was a baby, and just the time wasn't right. And now it's just, I don't like that one either. Um, so it's just like a matter of not having time. But so yeah, but I come from a family of like journalists. So I've always been really, really careful about making sure that everything I write about or talk about is I check multiple sources, because I absolutely do not want to give people, inaccurate information. Oh my God, that's so tiny. Okay, we're not doing. We're not finding a good table. I thought what I'd do is to like make this like a daytime area, and then this with a fire pit for like a nighttime area. Because like if you have the fire pit, it's not really like a daytime thing. Why not? Maybe I should put the fire pit over there. That might make more sense. So anyway, yeah. But I mean, it's been a huge, like, trying to inform people has been like a huge part of my life. My second job since like 95. So it's just really important to me, because I wasted like 20 years, and that's a long time to go, undiagnosed and just wasting your life. So I really didn't. I wanted to try to keep as many people as possible from going through that. Because it just kind of sucks when you look back and you think, oh my God, all the stuff I could have been doing, and so especially younger people, because so I'm putting this right in front of a door. Okay, I think I can see where the problem is going to be here. I don't want to see anyone else, if possible, if I can stop it, like waste their their childhood or their teenage years or their young adulthood, because when they could get diagnosed and hopefully treated, at least help to some extent. So, but yeah. So, and Lawrence really enjoys doing the same thing. He enjoys, I mean, he feels strongly about helping other people, um, get help and get support, and know that they're not alone and stuff like that. So, but as I said, now he started working full time. It was so easy when like, granted it wasn't the best time, but it was so easy during the pandemic, because we were always home. So getting like, what am I trying to say? So filming stuff was just a piece of cake, and now it's so hard to like find time. So we're just gonna have to be more, more, what's the word I'm looking for? Just more organized about, about, getting time for it. So. I don't like this. Well, actually, no. I do kind of like it. But does it go with a rug? I'm not sure about that. Okay, there's got to be a wood that goes with this, right? I don't like it. No, the white wood might not be. Was that what I had? Yeah, it was. This is not finding the right coffee table for this is not easy. I think the problem is the couches. Shoot. Each pale oak. Oh. Oh, can I not put that out here? Why can't I just can't put it on the rug? That's weird. What I would recommend, um, so um, so there are a couple of things. One is I would definitely recommend going in uh, as a protected class. So in other words, um, you should contact the school's um, like their department for students with disabilities. So you need to get your um, all your conditions documented, and so then you have you have it on file. You have the assistance, one would assume, preferably, of the school. Now, um, all schools are not created equal when it comes to. I cannot find something I like. When it comes to student disability, I think I'm gonna go with a dark one. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So you may have to be persistent, um, and what's the word I'm looking for? And yeah, persistent, and you also should make sure that you have a good handle on what your rights are. So 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 in college they don't have like they don't have the same types of plans that you do in like primary and secondary school, and you don't have the same um like formal process, but that doesn't mean that you don't, because of the ADA, then you do have a lot of protections. So you're going to need those, and so you want to make sure that you get that all set up. So since it sounds like you know where you're going to be going to school, yeah, you must. I'm trying to remember what month it is. And so you definitely should contact them, find out what paperwork they need, find out um I mean, so for instance, I like this one better. um so let me see. Okay, so right away you have ADHD. So what you need is you need to, for instance, get. Oh, I thought this was fitting. I thought this was working. Didn't this go on there? um you will get extra time for tests. You'll just get certain things that you need to succeed. So okay, so I guess I cannot put. It's not letting me put out inside furniture here. So that's really important. I would also see if there are any student groups um that revolve around uh either mental health, or like student run support groups there might be. um so yeah, I mean, you want to get all your support going as soon as possible. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, so there's that, but also I mean, just um I would definitely also look into the student run stuff, because that's a big part of it. And I so like one of the first job I had at where I work on campus, I worked with student groups a lot. And so they can be just really amazing support. And just because most of them revolve around, God, I can't remember what this is called. Not a fire pit. Ooh. Um, Most of them, uh, they revolve around a specific interest or class. So like, so a lot of the ones on our campus are either ethnic, um, professional, interests, like, like drama or singing or something like that. So, and there definitely are ones that are, students connect due to mental health or, just different ways you are. Like, I don't know. I'm not really sure about autism being a mental health thing, to be honest. I think it's just, it is what it is, if you know what I mean. Um, but so, um, just because I think you're like born with it and not just with a predisposition to it. But again, I have a lot to learn about it. But yeah, so that's something you definitely want to get find out about the student side. I know when Lawrence went to, for like 3 weeks, he went to college last fall, and he just was like, this is not for me. It was stressing him out so much. But during that time, oh, I wonder if I can do these. Um, he, oh, what do you know? Um, he like joined some discords, like a lot of this, most of the student groups. Now, granted, this was before things were like completely open because of COVID. Um, Garden plants need to be planted. That's not going to happen. Um, um, yeah. So they had Discord channels. So that was one thing that I thought was pretty interesting. What the heck are these things called? Oh, I always forget. I don't remember what these things are called. There's something brazier. I think that's it, actually. Um, yeah, but in some ways, nope, I was wrong. In some ways, college is going to be uh, you're gonna have an easier time than when you get in the workplace, because the workplace is still, oh, hearth. The workplace is still tricky when it comes to talking about your mental health. In theory, I mean, you are protected, but it's still, it's not a no-brainer. It's definitely very, very tricky still to talk about mental health issues at work. So, so you're gonna have, 4 years where you're gonna be able to be open about it. And although honestly, what I did when I was diagnosed, I just started talking about it. And I figured if I talked about it, then someone who might feel that they had depression might feel comfortable talking about it. And then also people, it might normalize things and have people say, wow, okay, so that's not what I thought someone who had depression was like. I thought that they'd be in like really bad shape or something. So I wanted to just kind of be like, yeah, depression sucks, but you can still be a functional human being, and, not like the idea of a crazy person. Remember, this was like in 1990. So it was like kind of still the dawn of people's understanding about depression. So I was just like, yep, I'm going to talk about it and kind of just drag people kicking and screaming into understanding this. So because that's the way I do things. So I was like kind of in your face, but it's a very, very, it's not something I would recommend. I don't think it's necessarily a great idea for a lot of people. Um, it's it carries a huge amount of risk. So, like I said, enjoy college because you're not gonna be, wow, this really is weird. I guess maybe they said you cannot put something that has fire on it on. Well, that's a bummer. Um, yeah. So it's when you'll be able to just be open about it without, especially people your age. Thankfully, seem to be much more knowledgeable and um accepting of someone with mental health, because honestly it seems like it's really a there are a lot of kids. I mean, I would almost say there are more kids who have a mental health issue, one or the other, than don't. um Anxiety and depression have just like skyrocketed in the past decade. So it may be easier in the workforce for you than I would hope. It'll be easier for you ultimately than it was for me. I would hope so. Um, but I mean, that would be good. But still, your time at college is going to be definitely be easier. Um, I wonder if I'll be able to put an outside table here. What do you think? Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy for you because at least my husband and I felt, Lawrence didn't feel this, but that we felt like college was a great kind of in between period where you have 4 years to before you have to like be an actual 100% adult. So, so for us, my husband and I, we just, we enjoyed college. I actually got kicked out, but I got back in. Because I was like, yeah, I was just not serious about it, and it was the depression and stuff like that. But it's actually really, it's really a great time. And I mean, it's not easy. There's definitely, you're definitely doing a lot of work, but okay, so I can't put that on. Okay, I can't put that on a rug. Well, that kind of sucks. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a really good time. So, um, I think you'll enjoy it. Although I guess it can be a little confusing. I mean, you're going through such big changes. Um, I mean, I think I'm not sure if people really understand just okay, that doesn't match. Just how much you change during that time. That's a really low table, isn't it? Okay, I guess I better find the chairs first. Um but yeah, I mean, it's the one thing I can say is, and it sounds like you're already on your way, is just making sure you're good at advocating for yourself, because it sounds like your school is good and you're not going to have to like fight tooth and nail. But if you're not getting like especially some professors, they're freaking ancient, and so they might grumble about you getting extra time for tests. They don't have a choice on this, but some of them, the older ones, are just not, they don't really understand why they should have to make any concessions. um so yeah, they can be a little difficult. I think I like the raspberry. um so so just like most of us at your age are not really good with speaking up, and like we're not comfortable often with making waves. So if you feel like for instance, a professor is not, not going along with what they're supposed to as far as accommodations, then you go back to the department that handles it. Did I do light nut or did I do shoot? And say, hey, I'm running into problems with this professor. So I'm not sure. Like obviously, the department will tell you, the disabled students department will tell you whether you should try to handle it yourself or whether you should just immediately contact them and say, hey, this is, I'm running into some problems here. So but that the chairs don't seem to match. I guess they're supposed to, but you know because these are your rights, and it doesn't matter if this professor is an old fogey who doesn't really understand why they have to do this. It does not matter. The point is that you have to be put on a level playing field. You have to be given accommodations to be on the same playing field as the other students. So that's what it is. And if they don't like it, that's too bad. I guess that pink doesn't match over this, does it? So yeah, you just need to, I guess the yellow is pretty nice. So, you just are gonna want to make sure, because this semester goes so quickly. That's the thing is, you have like generally 4 weeks before you have, you have midterms. And so there just isn't time. If someone is being difficult, there just isn't time to be diplomatic or cross your fingers and hope that they're gonna come to their senses, because you don't have the time for them to get a clue. You need to jump in there. So because I've seen I've seen teachers who just aren't really happy about this whole, kids nowadays, they want things so easy, blah 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 blah, so and they just, I don't know, they're just they just sometimes also, if they've been there forever, then their people defer to them, and they don't see why they should have to make any accommodations, stuff like that. So you'll probably you may not ever have a problem like that, but if you do, you just remember that this is what has to be done for you to be on a level playing field. If they don't like it, that's too bad. It's not their call. So tough. I'll scoot this down a little. So I hope that was helpful. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw this. Yeah, I can't see the text very well. Yeah, so I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. And, hopefully see you again soon. So, yeah, that's me babbling away. I never had trouble with autism or not, depression or not, I think is just like babbling away. Let's see. I feel like I kind of should have. Bye. Have a good night. Okay. Take care. I feel like I should have a screen. I don't know. Should I have a screen there? Maybe I moved those too close. I think I moved them too close. It's very tricky with this whole, the way that the game treats. Actually, I remember I decided I didn't want screens because I didn't want to block the view. But how the game is like kind of, So I get, okay, so I guess what it is you can put stuff on the rugs as long as it's outdoor stuff, except for this thing. So that's the problem I'm running into, is the lack of consistency. So yeah, that's what I'm having a problem with. So I think what I'm going to do is put a couple small living walls. I can remember which ones are small. Let's see, 0.5 by 1.5. Okay, so that's, let's see, CAC. Okay. Unfortunately, these don't have flowers in them. Yeah, so I like this. I think I'll use a couple different kinds. More than a couple. One of each. Yeah, so that's not a screen, but it is a divider. So I like that. That's actually what I wanted to do. I'm really bummed that I can't put a rug of some kind here. Trying to think if there's some way I can do it. So I did B. Oh, wait a minute. We do have one. No, we don't. I thought that was a flower. Or it is, but I can't choose the colors. That's okay. So I like this, but I feel like either we need more or bigger ones. I doubt I can do this, but I wonder if by any chance I can. I don't think I can. I'm going to try. No. So this wall, you can't put anything on it. It doesn't, like, essentially it doesn't exist. Can I do it? Oh, I can do that here. Okay, so that's a good reason to have these tables. Okay, so it's kind of clipping through. So let's do it over here so people would still be able to put their drinks there. I wonder, okay, so I can't do roses because they do not come in containers. So yeah, I was trying to think about doing this for both daytime and nighttime. So one thing both areas need is plants. Okay, so let's do this. This is one of my favorites, and usually I don't have enough room for it. So yeah, actually let's put it over here. And cracks me up is that they think this one's large. Okay, yeah, so a little, yeah. Okay, so this guy shouldn't be here. Oh, I forgot. I can actually put, okay, let me see. I think I have too many of these things. Okay, so let's get rid of one of the small ones. Because I actually, okay, so let's get rid of both the small ones. Okay, so I did find some stuff in the workshop. Hey, Lua. Thank you. It's been a little tricky because this is kind of considered, like mostly considered the outside, but kind of not. So it's been a little tricky. Okay, I think I will. So like I can't, so I was able to put a rug down and put outside furniture on it, but I couldn't put a rug down here and put this on it. So there's some inconsistency, or maybe it's consistent, but I just don't know what the inconsistency is, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I feel like it's not totally where I want it to be, but some things that I assumed were going to work aren't working. So there's that. And so there's some things I can... So if something comes in a pot, obviously I can put it out here. But some things I can't. So a lot of this stuff is actually too big anyway. Okay, there's no way this will fit, right? Surprisingly, oh my god. Okay, so I think... Okay, see, move this. If I move this forward, which of course it won't let me do. Okay. Okay, I wonder if there's any chance I can fit it over there. I'm just gonna have to move. Move this for now and see, because I think this would look great here. Yeah, awesome. I don't know why I was holding myself back. And I even can fit this in here. Oh, wow. That is so wonderful. Okay. That is so great. So, let's see. So I'd rather have a tree there. So I wonder what other tree I can put. Oh, this is so fantastic. This is just so exciting. Okay. Ooh, now the oleander. Maybe. I don't remember how big this one is. I think it's pretty big. I can put it here. Oh my god. Okay, so I think I'm going to reverse them. I think that one is going to go in the corner. This is so exciting. I think it can fit in the corner. No, it might not because it's... Yeah, okay, let's see. So if... Okay, let's see if the lilac thing fits back there. It feels like it should, but it's... Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So then what I can do is move... Just move this down. And then hopefully fit this one over here. If not, I'll move the light. Oh, there it goes. Oh my god, that's so awesome. Okay, I'd like to move this a little. Shoot. That poor plant. Actually, I want to move it a little. Rats. I'm going to have to sell this one again because I'm not going to be able to place this unless I do. There. Maybe I'll just leave the thing off and I'll put lake. Oh, wow. That sucks. Yeah, we've been through that. That really sucks. Do you, either your kids have any like asthma problems or anything? Wait a minute. Oh, see, these probably just go on the ground, don't they? Huh. I don't even remember this one. Okay, so that's probably asking a little much. Oh my god, I actually could have. If I had left room, I actually could have put that up there. I don't even remember that one. Maybe I didn't use it much because it is pretty small. Let's see. I think I've got enough plants. I do have enough plants. I'm going a little overboard now. Let's see. So let's do some wine. I think I will do the other ones. You guys like wearing N94 mask or whatever they are. Now I forget. I remember when it got really smoky here and I was like, my husband got the N94 or whatever they are. And I was like, I'm not wearing it because I'm so claustrophobic. And I was like, it's just not worth it. I'd rather have smoke in my lungs. And of course then, you know, 2 years later, less than 2 years later, I didn't really have a choice. I had to use masks, but I was just like, I can't do it. I'd rather just get smoke in my lungs because I'm so claustrophobic. But yeah. Yep. I feel like I want one other tree-like thing. I don't know what. None of these are grabbing me. Wait a minute. This is cute. Maybe the small plum. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Now, have I overdone it with the plants? I'm trying to see if I can have a vantage point where. I don't think so. The one thing though that I do need is more lights. Oh, is my. So I'm not dropping any frames. Is there a problem? Are you talking about the stream or are you talking about something about the smoke? Because I was assuming it was the stream because I couldn't figure out what the buffering would be. Oops. Okay, I'm in the way there. I really need more light. I don't know how to do it. So I wonder if it'll let me put, Oh, okay, too many damn kids on your internet. Yes, I know the feeling. Oh, yeah. They all need to be doing something on it, don't they? Are they, how are things going? Like, you know, summer-wise? I mean, they haven't killed each other, so that's always a plus, right? See, this is what I also don't understand. Why am I able to put these lights out? I don't know. There's no it doesn't seem to be consistency, and it kind of drives me nuts. Okay, that's a little big. Can I put it here? I can. But of course I can't put them on this thing because that doesn't apparently exist. Ooh, I'm running a little long with this, aren't I? I don't know what I'm gonna do for the next stream. I can't decide. Like I have I know some options, but I just don't know which one I want to do. Okay, let's do this one. How big is this? Yeah, so that one's a little big, but actually, oh yeah, I guess that's. Yeah, I think that's good. I wish. Well, that's okay. As I said, that this is like the daytime area, and there's enough light coming in from the house, or I mean, from the inside. So, yeah. So that's actually pretty much what I wanted. I'm not really sure, but kind of hard to get a good. I think the 2 trees are too much. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. It's bothering me. It just doesn't. I don't know. Doesn't work for me somehow. So, what did I do over there? Yeah. Well, so is the smoke keeping people from, or keeping kids from doing sports and stuff? Okay, so I'm actually going to so I'm done with this area. I have not the foggiest idea what I'm going to work on. I have to figure that out. I don't know if it's going to be here. Kind of want it to be here. I'm not sure if I'm ready for it though. But I was also thinking about buying the castle because I know I want to flip that, but I don't know what I want to do with it. So I felt like I needed to go in there and see, get an idea. Like I know what it's like. I just don't know if they changed it because of the flip. So that's my issue. Um so so anyway, oh, I'm like zoning out. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, so Elua, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna take a short break and try to figure out what I'm doing on the next stream. So, so it's gonna be like 10 minutes tops, just in case you wanna watch and you don't get a notification, which apparently seems to be happening a lot. So, but thank you for stopping by, and of course, I wanted to thank Barry12 for stopping by too. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we'll see. I think that's what I'm gonna do because right now, like I said, I want to work on the living room, but I don't think I'm ready for it. I think I want to look and see what couch and stuff like that because I hate wasting time flipping through stuff during the stream. So, but so yeah, so thank you for stopping by. And of course, thanks to anyone who's watching the VOD, because I really appreciate you guys too. It's wonderful talking to people live, but it's also wonderful seeing that people are viewing the video on YouTube. So both are equally fun for me. So I have like 600, don't I have like, yeah, I have 567,000. So yeah, I'm not rich. So yes, you are right. I do have a little extra money. But you're right. I'm cutting a little close to the bone. What I might have to do, well, actually what you're right. Maybe I might do like a quick HGTV flip. Take me like 15 minutes tops. Um First to give myself a little extra money. Actually, I should be doing HGTV jobs and I hate them so much, but I have to do them to I have to do them to get the house flips, and I have to flip those houses so I can unlock all the houses, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So I think so. Maybe I'll just do a really quick either job or flip offline. I just it's like I do the minimum with the HGTV ones. I hate them so much. But anyway, yeah. So again, thank you everyone. I hope you're all doing well, taking care of yourselves. And Alua, hopefully you guys will be able to breathe soon. And so I will see you soon. Take care.